Police investigating what appears to be a deliberate hit and run in North York. Melanie?
Well, scary scene, Kev. 3 people hurt when a car struck them on a patio near Shepherd and Don Mills. 680 reporter Carl Hansky at the scene. Carl.
Tire tracks on the grass here on Kings Lake Road show the spot where police believe a car intentionally came off the road last night, drove around, kind of did a U-turn, drove up this embankment, through this fence, scraping the wall here. You can see the police ident evidence sticker here, crashed through here onto this patio, struck 3 people before crashing out the other side, knocking down the fence here, and then taking off. The 3 people hit. None of the injuries are serious, although 1 person did have to go to hospital. Police believe the victims here and the driver knew each other, and this was part of some type of dispute. They're now looking for the car and the driver responsible for all of this. On Kings Lake Road near Don Mills and Shepherd, I'm 680 News' Carl Hansky for City News.
And we are following breaking news out of New York City, where a police officer was shot and killed this morning in an unprovoked attack. The officer, a 12-year veteran, shot in the head while sitting in a marked police van. The live look that you see here is a reporter who is in New York right now. Now, the gunman walked up to the vehicle, opened fire through a window before fleeing on foot. Authorities caught up with the armed suspect a short time later, fatally shot the man when he pulled out his gun. A bystander was also shot, but is expected to be okay. So we'll have more on this story this morning. Meanwhile, here at home, a violent crash in Mississauga, sending a woman to hospital and forcing a lane closure on the QEW that's in effect right now. Our Tammy Sutherland is at the scene with the latest on this. Tammy.
Good morning, Melanie. You can see that crews are now working to restore at least the bottom piece of this sound barrier wall here, to at least put it up there temporarily until they can fix the wall after this crash overnight. It was at about 3:30 that a Dodge Charger lost control and slammed through the wall. You can see the bumper of the vehicle is still left there beside the hole that's been left. As well, just over here, one of the signs indicating that you must turn here on this curb, that has actually been knocked down as well. There was a single woman in the vehicle. She was driving the car that lost control this morning. She was rushed to hospital in serious condition to St. Mike's. No word on any charges yet. The interesting thing about this crash as well is that Toronto police, they were the first to respond, and that's because a Toronto police officer apparently came across this crash by chance and then stopped at the scene. Now, Peel police have since taken over the investigation at this point, and right now we're looking at this wall being put up throughout the day. Not sure exactly how long it will take, but it is closing one right lane of the westbound QEW. Now, this is very similar to a crash that happened 6 months ago. It was in late January that a cargo van was traveling southbound on Dixie here and then smashed through the exact same wall, actually just 4 panels down from where the incident happened this morning. Again, serious injuries there. And at that point, in all lanes of the westbound QEW had to be shut down as police were just watching the scene. And while that wall had to be repaired, the van ended up right on the highway. That is close to what happened today. Now, once again, Peel police have taken over this investigation, and they have not said whether or not charges will be laid in this crash. But the second time in 6 months that a vehicle has come through, and I just want to show you here the part of the wall there, the dark green part of the wall, that is where the van crashed in January. That just being replaced, and now another replacement set to come on the way. Mel, I'll send it back to you for now.
All right, Tammy Sutherland, thank you for that. To a horrific crash now on the Tour de France. A British cyclist crashing into a barrier after being elbowed by a competitor. Watch this. Slovakian cyclist Peter Sagan comes up beside Mark Cavendish. Sagan's going to throw an elbow here, and Cavendish smashes into the barrier, then tumbles to the ground. 2 more competitors aren't able to move. They go head over handles. This happened just 200 meters before the finish line in the 4th stage of the Tour. Sagan, who is predicted to nab the green jersey for the 6th year in a row, now disqualified. Cavendish had to pull out of the race because of serious injuries to his shoulder. He also needed stitches to his finger.